it's me, Galen. Galen's got Parkinson's. I'm showing you Sapellum, and this is going to end up as several smaller videos, because that way, if you want to watch them one after another and get a fuller view of what we're doing, the better. And if you don't like them, you don't have to sit through hours being depressed and crying. Now, I go back through the old video. I painted his face, then I painted the area around his neck and left it. My intention was to paint all of what you can see now live for the camera, but when I started doing it, I realised I don't think that's the best way to show you, because of my hand wobbling, because I find it hard. I thought it might be better to hold the figure in a way that I find comfortable, paint him to the best of my ability, and then show you the next stage. So, in my normal run-of-the-mill technique, this is the first treatment of Sir Pelham. So I primed him black in this case, because he's a baddie, and I wanted him to start off with that black to give me a mood for him. Then I painted his face, because I wanted to know a little bit about him. I wanted to know about his character, and what sort of chap he was. And I thought that might give me an inkling. And what I thought was quite a sharp, stern face, now I'm living with that face, turns out to be quite a chubby, funny little face. And I decided, nobody made me, it's not a law. I didn't get a book that said the pirate captain of your band has to be called Sir Pelham Cardew. No, I made that up. So, looking at him, I thought he'd just struck me as being a bit of a dandy. Got a lot of built bows and ribbons and big cuffs, and when I looked at his shoes, he's actually got bows on his shoe buckles. So I thought, oh, right, okay, I'm going to turn him into a dandy. So my sensible outfit became very much more flamboyant. He's going to have, you can clearly see, he's got a lot of blue there. He's got a yellow coat. He's going to have a linen sort of under jacket. I thought quite long and hard about his breeches, and I've decided to go for a very bright red. I just think it'd be funny. And then the black bit you can see was like his sort of stockings, I suppose. I'm going to do those green because I've got some green. And he's got leather shoes, and he's going to tie, well, he might not do it, he might get some servant to do it, but he's going to have blue bows tied around his shoes. Tending to use quite fine brushes, like this fella. And if you look here, that needs to be linen there and there, and these around these black blobs which are there to allow the buttons to go on, they need sorting out. Now, I am not going to go over them with the dark colour. I'm going to step it up a bit now, and I'm going to move on to the next colour, and I'm just going to show you a sort of tiny little bit of what I'm going to do with the raw linen. And then at some point I'll put all these little bits of video together and edit it into some sensible type program. So that's the mistake there. usually what happens at that point, I make another mistake, and so on and so forth. Just going to hide. Oh. And again, we can see here, look, that area is no longer the colour it's meant to be. It's gone so much paler. I don't want just to paint over it. I want that dark colour to sort of still be there. I suspect where it's going to be is in the areas I cannot comfortably get to. So, we see the ribbons are coming down over the undercoat, under jacket. I'm not going to try and get in there and then smudge on the blue. That would be madness. So it'll end up with the darker linen covered mostly by the middle shades of linen, and then right at the end I'll use the very, very, very bright linen to hide any mistakes that have slipped through the net. And the same with, for example, the wig. So originally with the wig I went for, trying to do this without spoiling anything, it's quite a sort of odd, dirty, purpley grey, and it's going to be white eventually. I'm not diving straight into the white. So it was black, then it was attacked by a paler grey. Now I'm going to just try to tickle that area, because I've managed to somehow cleverly, there goes the hands going, look, right. You can see what's happening there. So I'll do just a tiny amount on this side. Hopefully you can see that I'm letting the grey rest easily on top of the darker grey underneath, and then next time I come back to put grey on, well actually I'll not be putting grey on again. The next time I come back it's going to be either to add a wash or to add white, and I cannot do this work at speed. I have to keep stopping. How long has this been? This is nearly 10 minutes, and some of the times I don't even hit the figure. My shakes are so bad. I shake near the figure. That's not the same thing, is it? Right, so I don't want to waffle on. I just want to let you see what I'm going to consider to be the next 10 minutes. So I hope this is okay for you. And I'm going to say, ta-ra, Chuck.